Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey here, once again with another video on The Flash Season 4, and this is going to be my trailer breakdown for Episode 6, otherwise entitled When Harry Met Harry. But obviously, before we get into the rest of the video, let's actually watch the trailer.
Cash now!
This is perfect. Muggers are like superhero 101.
Whoa! Well, our work here is done.
You ready to suit up?
Oh yeah, I'm ready for my super suit. You stretch, it stretches. When you squish, it squishes.
Pushes into something but ugly. You have to make each of the hero.
Wear that or
Fight crime naked.
don't fight crime naked.
Flash, all new this Tuesday at 8/7 Central on the CW.
So just quickly, I will be announcing the winner of the giveaway I started in last week's trailer breakdown, so if you did enter that, be sure to stick around until the end of the video to find out if you, of course, won that giveaway. Now in last episode, we actually had no Flash, which does mean we're going to be catching up this episode with hopefully a lot of Flash action, but it was a decent episode yesterday, I guess, from when this video will go up with some Killer Frost stuff. And yeah, I thought it was decent. I'm excited to see what they do with that Killer Frost stuff, most likely in the back half of the season. I'm not too sure if we'll see too much of it in this, like the rest of this opening half of this season 4 of The Flash. Now, obviously, before we get into the breakdown of the actual trailer, we will quickly go over the synopsis, which, as we know, does give us a decent amount of more information than what's actually supplied in the trailers. So we'll go over that, but be sure to let me know in the comments section down below what you're thinking of this trailer and even some stuff from the synopsis, like this episode in general. What are you thinking? And of course, be sure to drop a like on the video if you're going to enjoy it, and subscribe to the channel if you are new. When collectors of Native American artifacts are attacked by a meta named Mina Chaitin, who can bring inanimate objects to life, Barry turns to a surprising ally for help. Determined to crack the identity of the Thinker, Harry enlists Cisco's help to summon the ultimate think tank, the Council of Wells, a round table of the brightest Harrison Welleses from various Earths. Now, just a couple of things to quickly point out from the synopsis. Obviously, that surprising ally that Barry is choosing to help is Ralph Dibny, aka the future Elongated Man. But the thing that is the most interesting thing from that synopsis, and that isn't in the trailer, is definitely the Council of Wells. Holy crap, I am looking forward to that so much, because we're going to meet, hopefully, some more versions of Harrison Wells from the multiverse, while also meeting maybe one or two of the other ones. Like we might meet like Hell's Wells, Mime Wells, and was it Steampunk Wells? Those were the three we met last season when they were trying to find that new Harrison Wells, which ended up being HR Wells. I'm saying Wells way too much in this video, but hopefully you understand why. Now, it would be interesting to see if they do crack the identity of the Thinker in this episode, or maybe they leave it till episode 7, and then that could be like the kicking off point. But I think they might figure it out this episode, and it could be like one of the cliffhanger things. We'll have to wait and see. But I'm just looking forward to seeing that big round table of Harrison Welleses. I think it's just going to be hilarious. And boy, it's a take on the Council of Reeds, like Reed Richards from the Fantastic Four. And then also, probably the more commonly known one is the Council of Ricks from Rick and Morty. I think they might make some Rick and Morty references in this episode, just because Cisco just seems like a dude who would like chill and watch Rick and Morty all the time. So I'm expecting a couple of, or maybe at least one Rick and Morty reference. So we start off the trailer by actually seeing Barry sort of like training Ralph, in the streets. Like, I guess if the opportunity arises, let Ralph use his abilities. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I might be wrong, but the dude looks extremely similar. Is that the same mugger or robber from season 1 that tried to mug Barry? I think it was in episode 2, I want to say. One of the early episodes. And it was when like Barry got like really excited and was like, "Oh, you're choosing me to rob? You're choosing me? Like, how good?" And then he uses his Flash abilities to basically stuff that robber up. So I think this is the same dude, or they got someone that looks extremely similar. But let me know in the comment section down below if I'm right, if that's like the same dude, because if it is, like, that's awesome. Now we do get Ralph's super suit, if you want to call it that. It doesn't look very super. It looks a bit tight and very basic. And I've seen so many people memeing the hell out of this, and I even posted a picture on Twitter about it, and people are just going like, "What the hell? What is the CW doing?" Like, people are freaking out about it. And what people need to realize is this is basically like a prototype or like a proto suit, and essentially what this would be doing is like Cisco's basically testing the material. Like, can Ralph go out and stretch and this material doesn't get ruined, or can Ralph can use his abilities while wearing this suit. Like, this suit can handle Ralph's abilities. That's what basically this suit is for. It's testing that. It's basically like Barry's suit from the pilot. Remember when they're on that runway and they're testing Barry's abilities, and he's got that spandex on, the weird boots, the weird helmet? It's essentially like that. They're just testing certain abilities and stuff like that and learning more about Ralph's abilities before they make him a full-on proper super suit, which we could get at the end of this episode, or they could leave for a couple of episodes to come, something like that. But in regards to this suit, one cool thing that a lot of people might have overlooked, it definitely caught my eye as soon as like they held it up. The suit squishes down, so it can expand and obviously like compress a lot. Now, the first thing I thought when I saw this was, wow, they could do that to the Flash suit. Like if Cisco's figuring out this like science and stuff like that, why can't he use it to the Flash suit, use it for the Flash suit, sorry, and then possibly put it in a ring and then maybe call that ring a Flash ring? Maybe they could do that. So I don't know if I was the only one that saw that, but as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, please, Cisco, get in your lab and just work on that, please. For crying out loud, just do that. Now we see this dinosaur is alive, a Tyrannosaurus Rex. If I saw that, I think I would need a new pair of pants and underpants as well. But was I the only one thinking Night at the Museum when this popped up? I don't think I would be, but yeah, I was thinking that. Now, because it does seem like a lot of this, probably the big action scene of this episode is in a museum, and that the villain for this episode can bring inanimate objects to life, I'm expecting a lot of awesome stuff to happen. So we're getting a dinosaur come alive. I know there was a trailer that came out about a month and a half ago or something that had like a mummy, you know, like an Egyptian mummy, like sort of grabbing Barry. A lot of people thought that might have been the Halloween episode. Unfortunately, it wasn't, but it obviously means that it's in this episode because it would be in a museum where this villain can bring inanimate objects to life. Now, for those wondering, the villain is Meta Chayton, as the synopsis does say. That is this girl here who was actually on the metahuman bus. So now, at this point after this episode, we would have met everyone that we saw on the metahuman bus. So there is still, what, like 6, I think, people that are still left to be revealed, which I'm assuming they'll leave for the back half of the season. But yeah, for those wondering, like, oh, when are we going to meet that other girl? Because we met that dude in last episode. He was like the Weeper. I think that's what his character's name was. So we now, after this episode, will have finally met everyone that we saw on that bus. She's the final girl. And I guess it is good advice from Cisco to Ralph to not fight crime naked. It's just not a very good idea, but it's something Ralph would do. And seeing that he's the elongated man, he can stretch. I'm sure he would make himself a bit of a proud man, wouldn't he? I think he would. But now let's get on to the giveaway winner for that Flash prize. And the winner was Nimshrez. I think I've pronounced that right. So just message me on YouTube and I will sort out all your details and get that prize out to you as soon as possible. But thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Sorry that the breakdown wasn't a bit too longer. There wasn't too much to break down from this trailer. It was pretty straightforward. If the Council of Wills stuff was in the trailer, then we might have talked about that for a bit more. But unfortunately, we just got some Ralph and Barry action, which I'm not complaining about that, because I'm actually looking forward to seeing that in this episode, and I am liking their dynamic at the current moment in this season. But yeah, as I said, make sure to drop a like on the video if you did enjoy it. Be sure to let me know in the comment section down below what you're thinking of all of this stuff from the trailer. What are you looking forward to the most? What gets you excited? And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. I'll catch you later, guys. Goodbye.